Good videos start with good planning. Take time to carefully study the criteria and requirements. These are spelled out on the website. No point planning something that's outside the scope. There are heaps of online storyboard templates you can use to design your video, or just use a simple table. But document somehow what you plan to do. Work on the script to remove unnecessary words. Read it out loud to make sure it flows smoothly.
What you may not know is the humble plan is also a great protection from cancer.
A typical Eureka video will have a combination of narration, interviews, maybe the presenter talking to camera, graphics, background music if you choose, and of course lots of relevant and interesting moving pictures of the subject matter. All cut to a maximum 5 minutes. Shorter is good. Your entry could be all animated graphics, but most likely you'll want to shoot some video. There are lots of camera options. DSLRs shoot fantastic quality, and you even get surprisingly good results from tablets, right down to smartphones. Just make sure you shoot landscape, not portrait. When you film with the phone held vertically, you wind up with black wings and a smaller picture. Whatever camera you choose, the filming principles are pretty much the same. Handheld or tracking shots are fine for parts of the video if you've got a steady hand or a gimbal. But for the most part, use a tripod. And again, there are heaps of options. Ideally one with a pan and tilt handle which can be easily leveled. Video works best with lots of movement in a still frame. Let the subject you're filming do the moving, not the camera. Use a range of shot sizes to maintain interest. Shoot so you can build a sequence. Framing is important. Like still photography, video works best in thirds. Don't put your subject dead center, use one of the thirds. If an interview is looking left to right, place them in the left third of the screen. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And if you want to see the interviewer on camera, have her look the other way in the opposite third. The questions can be recorded live if you have 2 cameras, or using one camera, re-ask the questions at the end of the interview.
So how does the process work?
Get to know your interviewee or talent before shooting. Talk about what you want to cover without giving away exact questions. It's really important to put the talent at ease, make them feel comfortable, and that includes where they sit or stand for the interview. Think about the sound bites you want from your talent and frame your questions accordingly. As a general rule, you should be looking for opinions rather than facts and figures, which you can present more efficiently in your narration with graphics and bullet points to back them up. Listen carefully to the answers. An answer often begs a follow-up question. And if the talent takes too long on the soundbite you want, ask them to do it again, but shorter. Nod encouragement, but don't talk over your talent. Use the best microphone you can get your hands on. Good, clean audio is really important. There are heaps of choices, and you may find it better for the key interviews to use a separate audio recorder. Just make sure you give yourself a sync point where you see and hear a signal so you can match the sound to the picture. A simple clap works fine. Always pick a quiet place to do interviews. If you're stuck with the onboard mic, get in as close as you can. Good lighting is critical. You can use professional gear or improvise. Household lamps or natural light. Just make sure the subject is facing the light. Shooting with the dominant light behind is how you make your subject anonymous. If you want to take lighting seriously, study up on key, fill and backlighting. However you do it, relax and have fun.